Hello everyone, and hello everyone on both live streams. Give me one moment so that I can set up the live chat for both of these streams so I can talk to you guys. I'm really excited to jump into this Dragon Ball discussion on the implications of Yamcha Isekai. But before I do, once again, let me set up this live chat. So just a moment. If you're watching this not live, then you can skip ahead a little bit and I'll already have the live chat set up. The way Google sets up live chat is something that I can't set on my screen until I've started already filming, which is always really awkward. So if you ever see a YouTuber say like, "Hold on, give me a second, I gotta do the live chat thing," it's because of how YouTube is set up. It's not like they forgot. You know what I mean? It's like they actually couldn't. I mean, maybe they forgot shit. I don't know who you watch. It happens. I've forgotten before. Let's see. So right now I'm getting the live chat up. But definitely stay tuned if you are excited to hear about Yamcha Isekai. I recommend that you read it. Like if you haven't read, yo Nerd Tanker, welcome to the stream. If you haven't read Yamcha Isekai, which is the manga we're gonna talk about, spoilers ahead, most like definite spoilers. Yo Christian the Spider, good to see you on the stream. Hello, smiley face. So now I have the live chat up for both streams, more or less, because I can see the live chat on the phone, and now I can see the live chat for the computer one. So I'll just have to try and keep tabs on the phone closely because I won't be able to see the full log. But let's talk about Yamcha Isekai and like what the fuck this is and why it's a really crazy manga, and if you haven't read it, why you need to read it and why it's fucking great. I actually haven't talked about anything this crazy since Goku 4D. It's a very similar concept going on. So, essentially, in Yamcha Isekai, there's this perverted boy who is like number one in a Dokkan battle event who dies while trying to look at a girl's panties. In the process, he is reincarnated as Yamcha in the Dragon Ball universe. Oh, what? I said hello, Nerd Tanker. How bad is that delay? I said hi to Nerd Tanker like forever ago. Yeah, in case you guys didn't hear, hi Christian the Spider, hi Nerd Tanker. Don't worry, I see you guys. I know you're here. I'm feeling the love. So Yamcha Isekai is about this boy who's number one in a Dokkan event who dies trying to look at this girl's panties, but in the process is reincarnated as Yamcha in the Dragon Ball universe. Emphasis on universe. They actually explicitly state through Guru on Planet Namek that our world is a different universe from their world, which is interesting because we already know about the Dragon Ball multiverse as a whole. So Yamcha Isekai, which is a side story by the way, I need to definitely like push that out there. Yamcha Isekai is a side story, so it's not considered entirely canon. Christian the Spider said I just triple liked. Thank you kindly. Also, Nerd Tanker, make sure you also smash that like button. Truly appreciated. Okay, so yeah, Yamcha Isekai is not canon, so make sure that you guys like take that with you as well. That this is not like a part of the main Dragon Ball universe. It's a side story, and we don't really know what that means because thank you for the like. We don't really know what that means because Toriyama has said that GT is a side story as well, but Dragon Ball GT being a side story doesn't tell us anything. We know the movies exist in another dimension kind of thing, but we don't really know where the side stories go. But in Yamcha Isekai's whatever, like its own canon, our world exists as an additional universe to their multiverse setup, whether we're considered outside of their 12 universes or maybe the 13th of their 12 universes, I really don't know. But I thought that was really interesting. And if we are considered to be a part of their like normal universe set, do they have 14? Do we have a parallel to our world in that world? All of that I think is really cool. Oh, thank you guys once again for the likes. Truly appreciate it. So, yo, Hazardous Vegeta, what's up? Good to see you. Right now we're talking about Yamcha Isekai. If you haven't read that manga, I definitely recommend you do. It's about a boy from our world, our universe, who is reincarnated as Yamcha and has to go through the events of Dragon Ball all the way up through like Dragon Ball Z. It's really fucking crazy. Again, if you haven't read it, there are only 3 chapters of this manga. I'm gonna spoil the shit out of it. I've read the whole thing. I'm really excited. So if you guys don't want any spoilers, like, phew. Nerd Tanker said, I don't care about manga that much. Okay, cool. So you don't have to worry. Like, if you don't care, it's not really spoiled for you, right? So, ooh. Oh, there's some event going on campus. I'll definitely make sure to hit up Kevin. Hazard's Vegito said, where do I find it? Good question. If you go online, and it's really weird for me to say shit like this, but if you go online, it's on Imgur. Like, all of it is on Imgur. Like, all 3 chapters. So if you guys wanted to read it for free, there are some Imgur albums that are out. Some people are reposting the Imgur albums on Reddit. So if you see a Reddit post, it's probably just taking you to the Imgur thing, so you might as well just find it on Imgur anyways. There's also a website where you can read the Dragon Ball Super manga for free. And that and that website also has the Yamcha Isekai manga. So if you guys want to read it for yourselves, which I highly recommend, definitely make sure to do that, because I'm going to go no holds bar, just spoil the shit out of it. Christian the Spider said, when will the vlogs start back up? We should have more vlogs coming up soon, Christian the Spider, mainly because I'm now back in school, so I should have already done a vlog today. Hazard's Vegeta said, found it. Read the shit out of it, dude. Read it. Nerd Tanker said, I don't wanna. Fair enough, dude. Yeah, like, you can learn all about it from me. I'm definitely gonna spoil it. So, like, this will be the equivalent of you reading it. I'm going to go over some shit for real. But Christian the Spider, don't worry, the vlogs are not gone. We are going to do more vlogs. Today was actually my first day back in class, so I'll probably do a first day vlog. And if me and Kevin end up hanging out, then you know I'm going to do a vlog with me and Kevin. So definitely stay tuned for that. So back to Yamcha Isekai and everything going on. So the real world, in their situation, is another universe within their multiverse. And by being number 1 at Dokkan Battle, because that's actually really important, being number 1 at the Dokkan Battle event, and dying while the gods, Beerus and Champa, play the reincarnation game, you have a chance of being reincarnated as a Dragon Ball character. Because those seem to be the 2 things that were the deciding factors, which for one means that the gods of their universe, the gods of their multiverse, pay attention to our world, maybe via like GodTube or some shit. That I thought that was really cool, because they specifically are choosing people based on Dokkan Battle leaderboards. So Beerus and Champa are looking at Dokkan Battle leaderboards and then also paying attention to who has died recently and was like, yo, that guy was number 1 at Dokkan Battle, I'm gonna choose his soul. And then they move their souls using the reincarnation game from our real world to their universe to inhabit the body of their characters. They don't explain what happens to Yamcha's soul, by the way, in Yamcha Isekai. So we don't know where Yamcha's soul goes for someone from our world to enter his body, which I think that would have been really cool. But there are a lot of rules and shit to like what goes on in Yamcha Isekai, and we'll go over like all that as we go through. So for one, this I also thought was interesting. When your soul is moved from our world to their world, you keep all your memories, and if there's a character in Dragon Ball who can like read your thoughts or see your memories, they'll see all the shit from our world as well. Because Guru, as you guys can see if you're watching the other version of this video that shows the screenshots, Guru actually can see Yamcha's memories as a boy from our world, as well as his memories as Yamcha. And I thought that was really dope. And that's how he learns that he's like from this other universe and everything. So I thought that was cool. Nerd Tanker said Piccolo. Guru from Planet Namek, back in Dragon Ball Z, during the Namek saga. Of course he ends up, spoilers for Dragon Ball Z, of course Guru ends up dying at the end of the Namek saga. But the one who releases your potential by like putting your hand on your head and everything. Like that Guru. Nerd Tanker said Goku did it once. True, I think it would have been really interesting if in Yamcha Isekai, Goku had read Yamcha's thoughts, and then through seeing that and seeing the other universe, how Goku could have reacted. That would have been dope. But that's really cool. Let's see. So being number one in Dokkan Battle, I already covered that. I've covered that the real world is referred to as another universe. This was really cool in Yamcha Isekai as well. So beings from our world have different ki from the beings in the Dragon Ball world, which I thought was really interesting. I'm trying to find that panel now. Yeah, so Kami on the lookout says there's another being who holds the same ki as himself. He's referring to Yamcha's ki, and this is a big spoiler for Yamcha Isekai, by the way. And Chaozu's ki, because Chaozu was also reincarnated from a number one Dokkan Battle player who had happened to have died. People who are, like, our souls carry a different ki with them than the ki that, like, normal beings have. And I thought that was really interesting. Because rarely do you hear about, like, beings having different ki. You know, you have, like, the ki of, like, most beings in Dragon Ball. Then you have God ki as a thing, right? And then we have real world ki, which is presented as being ki from another universe that's not the same as the ki of the Z Fighters from Universe 7. So I feel like that has a lot of implications for, like, something that you could play with. Like, what does that mean? And how does our ki level with things like God ki, or level with, like, normal ki? Because not only is a person from the real world reincarnated as Yamcha, but it's later shown, if I can find where it is. I'm currently scrolling through. Okay, that's them playing the reincarnation game. And I'm sorry the screenshots are out of order. I took them as I was reading it. And I had to... Here we go, yeah. Yamcha, in the Saiyans fight, he was able to get his power level up to over 10,000 when they first encountered Vegeta and Nappa. And it's Yamcha in Yamcha Isekai who defeats Nappa, and he does it with the greatest of ease. So I'm wondering if having ki from the real world puts Yamcha on this higher level, like, to where he's able to do all this stuff. Because he trains with, like, Master Roshi, he climbs Korin's tower, he does the Korin potential divine water thing to boost his strength. You know, he visits Namek, he trains with Nail, like, he does all these things that seem like above and beyond a lot of the feats that we've seen Yamcha do. And I'm not sure if that's simply because he has all this future knowledge about Dragon Ball, or if that's because Yamcha, now having this real world ki as well as the future power, pushes him beyond. I like how Christian says it's over 8,000. That is true. In the original manga, Goku's power level was over 8,000 when Vegeta breaks the Scouter. But in Yamcha Isekai, Yamcha's power level, as you can see on the screen, was over 10,000. So, like, 2,000 more over... I mean, over 8,000 can still technically be over 10,000 as well. Just saying. But over... Yamcha being at that level by the Saiyans fight places Yamcha, like, around Goku's level at the Saiyan fight. That's a crazy jump for Yamcha. So, the potential that these reborn Dragon Ball characters have when they're reborn using souls from our world is like, you know, not only do we have all that future knowledge, but we have, like, a unique key signature, and we also know of just general facts. One thing that's really cool, and I don't think I took a screenshot of, is Yamcha actually tricks Vegeta into thinking Lord Beerus was behind him. And then he kicks the shit out of Vegeta. I love that scene. That's one of the best scenes in the fucking book. I'm actually glad I didn't take a screenshot of it. That's something I'd like you guys to see. That's worth looking up. Even if you don't read the manga, just check out that one part. I thought that was wonderfully done. Let's see. They have this different key. Yeah, okay. This is actually, this is another, like, really big spoiler point. But by the end of the manga, if I can find this scan, and I really don't like that the scans aren't in order, so I'll try and get to the scan as quickly as possible. Do 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 do. Well, I guess while I'm looking for the scan, I can talk about something else real quick because I thought this was sharp. So, Chaozu, uh, Chaozu mentions that he's done this over and over and over again, and it's made apparent that if your soul is taken from the real world, our universe, into the Dragon Ball universe, that you're able to die in the Dragon Ball universe, and then you come back as that character again in the Dragon Ball universe, and you can keep doing it over and over again, like a Groundhog's Day kind of thing. That's fucking dope. It's one thing for your soul to be moved into the Dragon Ball world, but then if you die, oh, you're dead forever. And it's another thing entirely to continually come back in that world and be revived so that you can do it again. And they spend years in this world too. He's not just Yamcha for like a day. He's Yamcha from like the events of Dragon Ball into the events of Z. So I'm the potential for what you could do. And even if like you didn't know too much about Dragon Ball, like let's say you were number one at a Dokkan Battle event, but then you die and you get taken into the reincarnation game. But let's say you didn't know the events of Dragon Ball. You play Dokkan Battle, but maybe you skip all the story segments. It doesn't even fucking connect the Facecam stream, so give me a moment to do that. Here we go. Now we're back. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So even if you were number one at a Dokkan Battle event and you have to deal with it is straight up drop the internet connection. Now we're back once again. Okay. So, oh, yeah. Oh, here's the lag. Okay, now we're past the lag. Now we're not past the lag. Now we're past the lag. So, the things you have to deal with on a live stream. I'm sorry, guys. So, fuck. Yeah, being reincarnated and coming back multiple times. So, even if you didn't know anything about the Dragon Ball universe, as long as you died and came back, but you remembered the things from the first time, and we got hit with the lag again. Yeah, and I'm sorry for the other stream that doesn't have to deal with the lag. Me having to constantly, like, stop the stream for the other stream. Okay, so, because they can continually come back, it doesn't matter how much information they know about the Dragon Ball universe ahead of time, they can learn the lag. Okay, they can learn as much as they need to learn just through living the life over and over again. And apparently the only way that their souls can be freed from the Dragon Ball universe is by having the reincarnation game destroyed, which we actually see happen as Beerus and Champa get mad at essentially them tying in the game. Ooh, there we go. The reason why the lag thing is so annoying. The reason why they tie in the game is because Yamcha and Chaozu end up becoming friends. Waiting for the lag again. So Yamcha and Chaozu end up becoming friends, and because they form this alliance, they decide that they're not going to fight anymore. So Beerus and Champa just kind of complain about who the winner is, and Beerus, in a fit of anger, destroys the reincarnation game, which frees the souls. But I feel like the souls would have went to the other world of Universe 7 if it wasn't for Whis' intervention, as Whis sends their souls back to their bodies in our universe. So I heard that and I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Because the implications of that are, like, humongous. They're actually pretty crazy. Oh yeah, here's the actual scene, the screenshot where Beerus destroys the reincarnation game. But Whis returning the souls to their original bodies in their universe shows that Whis has the ability to guide souls from the souls that are in the Dragon Ball world, like Universe 7, to our real world. So if they made a sequel or like a side story spin-off to Yamcha Isekai, in which Christian the Spider said lag. I know, the lag is unbearable. Oh crap. Yeah, if they made a spin-off story to Yamcha Isekai, in which one of the Dragon Ball characters, their souls, was sent into a person in like our world. Oh, got hit with the lag again. Yeah, if a soul from the Dragon Ball world was sent to the fucking lag. I don't like it because it's so sudden and it's always in the middle of me saying something. If a soul, fuck, that was the beginning of me saying something. If the soul of a We're getting there. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, yeah. If the soul of a person from the Dragon Ball world was sent into the person, the soul, fuck. If the soul of a person from the Dragon Ball world was sent to the body of someone from the real world, in a spin-off story to Yamcha Isekai, like a sequel story, that would be really cool as like a reverse. Because it seems like the gods being able to manipulate souls in that way could be used potentially in the future in some way in another side story. It also would be interesting if the reincarnation game became like a canon thing. That would be like really insane, because it would set up a lot of potential for the story to go in this direction. Dang, connection error. To be overcome once again on the other stream, so that I may continue. There we go. So the lag just went away. So if they make the reincarnation game canon at any point, that would be waiting for the lag once again. That would be really cool because we could end up having our real world appear as an additional universe. Imagine if the real world was in the Tournament of Power, but we got lag. Imagine if the real world was in the Tournament of Power, and what they did was they took souls from real world people like Dragon Ball fans and put them into the bodies of individuals from the other universes so that they could be like on competing level, and we had like our own team that represented us. That would be really crazy, you know what I mean? Because I mean, we know Universe 7 can't lose, so would the real world lose? It would also be interesting if the Tournament of Power went through and then they revealed that like some of the fighters they felt like were too loose cannon-y, like Frieza, and instead of having Frieza be the one who was like controlling his revived body, it was actually like one of the Dragon Ball fans kind of thing, and they could make that like a competition prize for like, oh, someone won a Dokkan Battle event, what's your real name? We'll put you into the like episode kind of thing, and it would explain shit like, why didn't Frieza just go renegade and kill Goku kind of thing. So I feel like the reincarnation game would be a really cool thing to see in the future in normal canon. That's pretty dope. Also, for Yamcha Isekai, it's interesting to see that the gods are so aware of our world. Because our world seems so aware of their world, right? Like, we get to see it from the outside. There are individuals who live in our universe who know the ins and outs of Dragon Ball. I mean, that's what makes Yamcha... lag. That's what makes Yamcha Isekai so interesting, is the fact that... lag. What makes Yamcha Isekai so interesting is the fact that it uses characters from our world... Fuck, lag. Is it uses characters from our world... who have all this advanced knowledge about Dragon Ball. I'm waiting for the lag once again. So, waiting for the lag once again. I think another thing that I hate about it is that it reconnects and disconnects a lot. So anyways, if it just disconnected for a long period of time, it would be fine. And then like reconnected, but the connection was good then. But the constant back and forth is the most annoying part about the lag. So waiting for the lag once again. Waiting for the lag again. So the coolest part about Yamcha Isekai is that we have these beings from our world who have this advanced knowledge of the Dragon Ball world. Waiting for the lag. Who have this advanced knowledge of the Dragon Ball world. But what would be really cool is if the gods, waiting for the lag, if the gods had advanced knowledge of our world, which it seems like they, waiting for the lag, it seems like, it seems like the gods do have, it seems like the gods do have advanced knowledge of, the gods have advanced knowledge of our world. Fuck, I couldn't even finish it. The gods have advanced knowledge of, woo. The gods have advanced knowledge of our, it's too long of a sentence, I need to shorten it. Gods know a lot about our world because they know about Dokkan Battle and who's number one in Dokkan Battle. So it's cool. Okay, cool. So it's clear that if they do more spin-offs, they could refer to things that are happening in our world. They could refer to like things happening in Dragon Ball Heroes, things referring happening in Dokkan, things happening in Xenoverse, because those are all games that exist in our world that they may pay close attention to in their world as gods. Because Whis, Champa, Beerus, and Whis, Champa, Beerus, and GLaDOS, I believe is her name, seem all aware of our world, at least in Yamcha Isekai, and they have such a strong power over our world that waiting for the lag. They have such a strong power over our world that not only can waiting for the lag. And sorry that I keep saying that, but okay, the reason Yamcha Isekai, fuck, I lost my train of thought. If I pause for a moment, it means that it's lagging again. That way I don't have to keep saying waiting for the lag. You guys just know that if there's like a straight up pause, it's just me waiting for the lag without having to say waiting for the lag. Okay, cool. Yamcha, oh yeah, the gods in Yamcha Isekai know a lot about our world. They can reference our world in the future in these side stories, which I think would be really cool. I wonder if they can connect this side story to anything else. It'd be really interesting if they were like, the canon of Yamcha's side story is also a part of the canon of this other side story. You know, like, they could really expand upon this world. They could move things over from Yamcha Isekai into the main canon if they wanted to. Even if we just saw, like, the reincarnation game on a table and, like, Beerus's, like, hut or something, that would be like, whoa, like, mind blown kind of thing. So I think that would be really, really cool. Love to see that come up in the future. For the lag from the dead air. That's the only thing I don't like, is that if the connection error doesn't affect the other one, then it's just really weird whenever it goes completely dead air. But yeah, not only can we send the reincarnated souls back to our universe, but they have a game that can take them from our universe. The fact that the gods can play with our souls, the viewers, seems really crazy. So I love that as a concept. And I like how, when you think about it, the reincarnation game kind of looks like a board game kind of setup, similar to how Dokkan Battle uses like board game stuff. So I like that connection there, that parallel that the gods. I like the parallel that the gods' reincarnation game is a board game that kind of. That it seems like. The board game parallel between the reincarnation game, and Dokkan Battle is really cool. I like it. Awesome. It's like I gotta shrink all my thoughts to make sure that I can speak within the time of like lag. But yeah, destroying the game frees the souls, and it allows them to return to their bodies in the normal world. And yes, this is the screenshot that I want to show you guys. And it appears that if you are reincarnated into a Dragon Ball character, that you may be able to utilize the moves. You may be able to utilize the moves of the body that you took, because it appears that the boy, when he comes back to life, uses a Yamcha move in order to look up the girl's skirt. The skirt that he actually died for. So I feel like by this point, I feel like he deserves it. He's earned at least that. So if it's possible to tap into the power that you got from being in the body of someone from another universe, then that could have huge implications as well. They could make a sequel to Yamcha Isekai that still takes place in our world, but it's about him learning how to use his newfound powers from Yamcha. Also, the boy boy or girl who took over the body of Chaozu, who knows what they have, because Chaozu has psychic powers. So maybe that individual now has Chaozu's abilities in the real world. Like, who knows? So being able to take on those abilities is really cool. The fact that our universe is its own universe and their multiverse is cool. Reincarnation game. Like, all of this is really great. And the reason why I'm nerding out so hard about it is because of the fact that Goku 4D was the first Dragon Ball media. It's actually lagging for a significant amount of time. Okay, yeah. Goku 4D is actually the first Dragon Ball. Goku 4D is the first Dragon Ball media. Goku 4D is the first Dragon Ball media that ever mentions the real world for real by having Goku fuse with the audience that's watching. The audience, of course. The audience, of course, being in the real world. So by having Yamcha Isekai, which just completely jumps onto the bandwagon of the real world being involved in Dragon Ball, I love that so much. I love that on so many levels. And I hope they do more stuff like that in the future. What did you guys think of Yamcha Isekai? Make sure to post that in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like this video. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. Make sure you do. And if you already have, make sure to share this video with a friend so they can join in the fun and festivities. Oh, Hazardous Vegito has a question. So does Yamcha keep the same strength that the boy got him to? So in case you guys didn't hear that question, Hazardous Vegito asked, so does Yamcha keep the same strength that the boy... Hazardous Vegito asked, so does Yamcha keep the same strength that the boy got him to? I'd imagine so, because it doesn't seem like they undid any of the events. It doesn't seem like they undid any of the events of the reincarnation game. One thing that's also really interesting is that Beerus and Champa were able to perceive them reincarnate, and Chaozu reincarnated multiple times. So because Chaozu reincarnated multiple times, that means Beerus and Champa were like so outside of the events happening in Universe 7 that they were able to perceive. The lag is really hard. Christian the Spider says, see you later. So I can just answer your question. As a matter of fact, I can answer in the live chat. Get past the lag. I would assume so. To ask you guys, because I realize on your stream it's like really silent in that case because you guys can't see the live chat. So Hazardous Vegito asked, so does Yamcha keep the same strength that the boy got him? To which then I said, I would assume so, Hazardous Vegito, which is interesting to consider. I also said it is interesting that Beerus, Champa, and Whis are able to perceive multiple reincarnations of a being. It's almost as if they are on such a high level outside of reality that they can just watch, like, a being be reincarnated so many times. That also is an interesting point, just the idea of reincarnation being a thing in Dragon Ball, and I wonder how many characters have abused or used reincarnation in the past. Also, it seems like if I keep talking through the bad connection, that the bad connection, at least to me, appears to go away faster. So fuck it, I'm just gonna talk, fuck lag, I don't care. I'm just gonna like keep going. So inheriting the power is cool. For the boy to be able to use Yamcha's ability, and Hazardous Vegito has a point. Not only does it power up the boy in our world, but it should also power up Yamcha, because Yamcha took such a huge leap with the help of the boy. So that's really cool. Dang, I feel really bad about putting so much dead air in the video. I feel like I actually can't end the video right now. Also because I'm still hype about a lot of things. So yeah, the multiple reincarnation stuff is cool. I'm trying to make sure I covered everything. So going in order, our universe is indeed another universe that exists within the Yamcha Isekai multiverse, so it's another universe. At least that is what Guru claims. So based on Guru's statement, it appears that our universe is a part of the Yamcha Isekai Dragon Ball multiverse. Then moving forward from there, it seems really apparent that we're able to, by taking over the body of a Dragon Ball character, push that character far beyond, because we know so much ahead of time. We have so much forethought about their universe that we're able to truly affect and manipulate the events of what happened in said universe moving forward. Um, Being able to reincarnate multiple times allows you to learn even more about the Dragon Ball world than you may already know, because you'll be able to pick up on smaller nuances having relived through some events multiple times. Yamcha Isekai is really impressive because Yamcha, being reincarnated, works really hard to never die, right? To never die at the hands of any of the villains. But Chaozu really shows off there's an advantage to dying multiple times. You learn things. You can develop new strategies. You can do things different the second time around, and that's really cool. And does this count as time manipulation? How does reincarnation work, where you're not just being reincarnated into the body, but you're completely Groundhog's Daying everything? Because if that is time manipulation, it seems like the gods were really against that, but that's the whole point of the reincarnation game. So isn't that flawed? Is it a way for you to do time travel based shenanigans without it being counted against you? And if so, then could the gods pull a spirit from our world in order to get around messing with time by simply saying, oh, well, we put a boy's spirit in Yamcha so that Yamcha could help the Z fighters in this situation so that these events don't unfold in the same way? So I think that would be really interesting to look at and be a really cool concept to look at in the future. So let's see. The importance of getting first place in Dokkan Battle and having to die in order to be chosen for the reincarnation game is really dope. I like that as a concept as well, because I like the idea that the gods are watching Dokkan. However, gods, where the fuck are you with that Xenoverse? Why aren't the top Xenoverse players being chosen, or the top Dragon Ball Heroes players? You think they would also have a lot of experience having to work in these what if scenarios and interact with characters. So I don't know. I also like that they picked weak characters, because I do feel like that made their game a little bit more interesting. But yeah, them being able to toy with us is really interesting in its own way, as well as us having our own key is really cool. And that is in this last panel, I believe, the very last screenshot that I have over here. So let me click over to that. Yeah, Kami refers to beings from our universe to have different ki. So that's really dope. So once again, that was a quick summary review. Sorry about all the dead air. I like how Hazardous Vegito said they're too busy being on GodTube. Oh, dude. It would be really interesting if GodTube was one of the ways that the gods know so much about our world, considering that our world is its own additional universe in Yamcha Isekai. That would be a cool way for them to introduce the real world existing. If they wanted to do it in the actual canon, they can either show the reincarnation game in a shot, which would be really cool. That'd be a really slick nod where you had to be paying attention. They could also have them watch GodTube and they show something from Dokkan Battle or something from Dragon Ball Heroes that people would be like, whoa, but thank you guys once again for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I'm sorry for the dead air moments. I hope that summary portion really makes up for the lost dead air, as we covered a lot of points rapid fire about Yamcha Isekai. What do you all think about Yamcha Isekai? Make sure to post in the comment section below. Smash that like button, and if you're already subscribed, share this video with a friend. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure to jump on that subscription bandwagon so you can join in the fun and festivities along with us. Thank you all once again for watching and liking and sharing this video, and have a wonderful day. This is your boy, the one and only Jet Black, logging out. Peace.